Hello and welcome to this Beloved Tribe second gentle flow into Yin class. I'm happy that you're here with me, for the people who are practicing with me live, and of course also the people who will practice in the review of the recording. We're going to do a gentle flow again, and then we're going to move in towards Yin and a Yoga Nidra meditation. And today we are working on the hip openers, the hip flexors, our emotional center, as January is not always the most easy month for everybody, and I thought some emotional release and some flexibility in the hips can maybe help us ease through this month. As always, we need some props, especially for the Yin part. So if you have some blocks, perfect. Otherwise, maybe a thick, sturdy book. And of course, your blanket and your pillows, everything you need to make yourself comfortable and prop your body the way you need to get yourself supported into the poses. As always, also take care of your own injuries. If you have any injuries, take the options that I offer. Everything is an invitation, so please follow your own body. And we're going to start. If you are in the recording, just stop the recording, get all your props, and then press play again. Okay, so come sitting in a comfortable position. Could be cross-legged, or maybe you want to sit in hero, whatever feels best for your body. You can also sit on a blanket if you want to raise your hips a little bit, so your knees come a little bit lower. Just see what feels more natural to your body. And when you find your seated position, settle down, close your eyes for a moment, and arrive on your mat in the space here today. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Feel your shoulders drop, your belly relax, your jaw relaxed. Feel your sit bones in the mat. Letting go of everything that happened today already. And all the thoughts in your head, just let them float by and come to the present moment. And we're going to start with some gentle movement in the body. See what you need for yourself to warm up. So it's your space, and you can follow me, but you can also feel into your own body what it is that you need now to wake up and come into this practice. So maybe you want to bring your chin to your chest and make some simple half neck rolls from left to right. With your breath, breathing in and out slowly. Feel where there is some tension in the neck. Maybe you want to stay there a little bit longer. Maybe you like to make whole neck rolls. Breathing in, coming up, and breathing out, moving down. And if neck rolls is not your cup of tea today, maybe you just like to move your head from left to right in a parallel position. Just choose your waking up, warming up movement of the neck, and gently also moving in towards the shoulders, maybe rolling them back and forth, one and then the other or both simultaneously. Just feel what you need. Play with it. Find your own movement in the spine, moving a little bit lower. Make some undulating movement in the spine. Maybe you want to make some circles, breathing in to the front, breathing out to the back, or moving lateral from left to right. all the way to the front, forward fold, all the way to the back. Freeing up the spine, the neck, the shoulders, waking up the torso, getting some movement in our bodies. And then gently becoming to stillness. Sitting with a straight spine, stacking your spine onto your hip bones and your neck straight with your spine, head stacked on the spine, your chin tucked in a little bit. And then we're going to bring our hands just underneath our navel, on our emotional center, just underneath the navel. And focus on this point, this place in your body. Breathing towards your hands, deeply in and deeply out. There are several points in the body where we store emotions, where we can find our inner wisdom, our intuition, and this point is one of them. The base, our root, inner wisdom place. Keep on breathing deeply in and out, focusing on this inner well of wisdom inside your body. And as we last time found our sankalpa, our mantra or our affirmative word of the practice in our heart space, today we're going to find this word in our root space, our emotional center in the belly. So feel what is coming up for you as a sankalpa that you can use today in the practice. So an affirmative word that helps you in the practice, or a mantra in the present moment. A mantra as if you're already doing it or already accomplished whatever it is that comes up for you right now. And if you found your sankalpa, repeat this beautiful mantra, beautiful word in stillness inside yourself 3 times with the breath. And when you're ready, you can gently let your sankalpa go. Know that it will work with you throughout your practice. It will help you, support you. We're going to touch upon the sankalpa later in the practice again. So gently release your hands, place them on your knees. Maybe you want to open your eyes gently. Breathing in, lengthening the spine. Breathing out, bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you on tended fingertips. Breathing in one more time, lengthening, and breathing out, bring yourself into a gentle twist. Looking behind you. Don't force yourself into the twist, just gently let your body, your breath guide you into the twist. Deep belly breaths. One more deep breath in. And on the out breath, bring yourself back to neutral again. Breathing in, lengthen. Breathing out, bring your right hand to your left knee and your left hand on tended fingertips behind you. Breathing in again, lengthen And breathing out, bring yourself into a twist. Bring your gaze, your drishti towards the back of the space that you're in, looking over your shoulder. And maybe with every out breath you guide yourself a little bit deeper into the twist without forcing, emptying out the belly, cleaning out the organs in the belly. One last deep inhale. And exhale, bring yourself back towards the front of the mat. Very good. Going to move on all fours. If you want to protect your knees, you can place a sheepskin or your blanket underneath your knees to give them some more padding. They're very gentle or vulnerable joint, so we want to protect them. Make sure that your hips and knees are in one line. Your knees are hip width distance apart and your hips are stacked on top of your knees. We're going to move in towards puppy pose, so bring your hands forward a little bit wider on the mat and gently move your chest. Let your chest melt into the mat. Bring your forearms on the mat and then your forehead on the mat. Coming into puppy pose, melting heart pose. See how far you can go. If you can't reach the mat with your forehead, maybe you come up a little bit, or you take a pillow and place it underneath your forehead or your chest to give you some release. And breathe deep into the belly, opening the heart, bringing the shoulder blades together. This is a very good opening for the shoulder girdle, stretching out the stiffness in the shoulder, especially in the morning after sleeping. Breathing deeply in and out. Deep in and sigh it out with the open mouth. Fully out. And on the next in-breath, walk your hands gently up again, coming up to all fours. Check your alignment here. So your hands are directly underneath the shoulders and your knees and hips in one line and your back is straight. Gaze towards the mat. Fingertips are spread wide and just feel how this position feels in your body with your eyes closed. Can you feel where you are in space? We're calling this proprioception. So knowing where your body is in space without having to check it visually. So do we know ourselves? Do we know our body? And this can help us also with knowing ourselves mentally and emotionally. Where are we? How are we doing? And our body is a beautiful tool to help us train that. So just close your eyes and feel into this alignment. Where am I in space right now? Gently open your eyes again and start making some movement, some circles from the hips over the wrists, warming up the wrists and the hands, getting some movement into the hips, one way and then the other way. You can move with your breath if you want to. Maybe there's some cracking going on in your wrists. I know I have, maybe in your knees, or in your spine. Coming to stillness and flip your hands. So bring your fingertips to the back of the mat. Opening up the wrists. Maybe some gentle movement back and forward See what your flexibility will allow you in your wrists. Maybe it's a lot, maybe not. It's both okay. Everybody's different. Just opening up the space that there is for you here. And you can also make some circles. Again, just feel into your body what you need at this moment. So you can follow me or you can follow your own guidance, inner guidance in your body. What kind of movement do you need? Okay, come to stillness and bring your hands back forward. Maybe you want to, I don't know the word in English, but yeah, get them loose a bit, shake them loose. That's the word, shake your hands loose a little bit. And come back to stillness in your alignment. And start making some gentle undulating movement in your spine to wake up the spine a little bit more. Maybe you want to make some brown things and doming in the spine both ways. Or maybe you want to move from left to right, make some lateral stretching. And coming back into stillness. The next inhale, bring your right knee from the mat, bring your foot into the air, the knee in a 90-degree angle, and your sole of the foot is towards the ceiling. Opening up the hip, we're going to make some big circles from the hip joint with the knee from one side, so maybe first to the front and the back. Keep on breathing, opening up the hip joint, warming up the hip joint. So we're going to work with that a lot today. And then the other way, moving backwards. Keep on breathing. And then find stillness, bring your leg in the 90-degree angle position again. And start little pulsings from the gluteus muscles, firing up the gluteus muscles, bringing some heat to the core center of our body, the pelvic floor, hip area, maybe even the lower belly. And come to stillness. Breathing in, stretching out the left arm all the way to the front. And then exhale, bring it back. Find your right foot. And the next inhale, press your right foot into your left hand. Opening up the heart, coming in a little back bend. Opening up the whole body. And exhale, let go. Bring your hands and your knees back down on the floor. Well done. Going to move to the other side. So inhale, bring your left knee from the mat, 90-degree angle. And the sole of your foot is towards the ceiling. Foot is flexed. And we're going to make the circles from our hip joint. Big circles with the knee. Moving from the hip joint. First one way. Keep on breathing. Make sure your weight is equally divided on both hands. And then change direction to the other way. And coming back into stillness. Foot flexed towards the ceiling. And making the pulses again. See if your spine is still straight. The weight is equally divided. So where are you in space? Can you keep yourself upright while you're doing this movement? Firing up the gluteus muscles, the leg muscles, belly. Come to stillness. Next inhale, lengthening out the right arm alongside the ear. And exhale, bring it to the back. Find your left foot. And the next inhale, press your foot into your hand, opening up the heart, coming into a little back bend. Keep on breathing. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Calming down. Very good. So if you still have your socks on like me, maybe it's time to get them off. Plant your toes into the mat. And on the next exhale, bring yourself ever so slowly and gently with bended knees into downward facing dog. So keep your knees bent as long as you need to. Press firmly into the hands, Hasta Bandha, hand lock. And see where you are and stretching your back. If you find your ultimate stretch in the back, out of the shoulders into the hands, then you can slowly, gently stretch out the legs. Maybe walk out your dog a little bit to find your downward facing dog. Walking it out, stretching and bending one leg at a time, warming up the hamstrings, and then come to stillness. Maybe you want to shake your head a little bit, yes and no, to relax the neck. Breathing in and sighing out. Next in-breath, look to the front of the mat and walk gently to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Feet are hip-width distance apart and exhale. Bend your knees, coming into a forward fold. Maybe you like to take opposite elbows with your hands, coming into ragdoll. Bend your knees as much as you need to find your belly on top of your thighs. Protect the hamstrings. Maybe you want to shake a little bit from left to right. Head is heavy. Coming back into stillness. Drop the arms back down. And the next inhale, vertebra by vertebra, slowly we're going to rise up towards standing position. Our head is the last thing to come up. Pick up your shoulders and roll them back. Coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Namastitihi. And close your eyes for a little bit. Check your alignment again. So where are you in space? Do you feel your whole sole of your feet on the floor, on the mat? Is your weight equally divided? Legs are active. Tailbone is tucked in slightly. Straight spine. Chin is tucked in slightly. Shoulders are away from the ears. Pressing a little bit towards each other, opening up the heart. Gently open the eyes again. Next inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. And exhale, swan dive down from the hips. The straight back all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step towards plank. See if you can have an active plank. So your abdominal muscles are active, gluteus muscles are active. Hands are stacked on the shoulders. Nose is down. Exhale, bring your knees down. Uncurl your toes and come down in one straight line. Nose to the mat. Opening up the feet a little bit wider than the hips. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Plant your pubic bone into the mat. And the next inhale, bring yourself up for Cobra. Press yourself out of your hands. See how far you can go. If this is too much, you can always come to baby Cobra. Get the weight of the hands and maybe you're a bit lower. Shoulders away from the ears at all times. And exhale, calm back down, nose towards the mat. Inhale, bring yourself up to all fours. And exhale, come into downward facing dog. On the next inhale, bring your right leg up. And opening up the hips by stacking the hips on top of each other. Opening up the feet, the foot, so the toes are pointing towards the wall. And see if you can still keep your weight equally divided on both hands. Opening up the hip joint. And next exhale, look forward and step your feet on the outside of your right hand. So an open high lunge or a lizard pose. What we're going to do, we're going to move into Skandasana. It's a sort of a lizard dance, wide straddle lizard. What we're going to do is we're going to swivel on our back foot, so our left foot, and walk the hands in between the middle. Maybe you even open up your foot a little bit more. You're going into a lizard straddle, and see if you can go into the middle of the mat with your body, opening in the high lunge. And maybe you keep your hands on the mat, and maybe you even can come into Anjali Mudra. Quite intense pose. So you can also keep your hands here. What we're going to do is a little dance. So we're going to move our weight from the back to the front, dancing and bending our knees, one and the other, dancing through our Skandasana. You can use your hands on the mat, or maybe if you want to balance a little bit more, keep your hands into Anjali Mudra. One more time to the back, coming back to the front, walking your hands back to the front of the mat. Whew. Well done. Stepping back into plank. Exhale, bring your knees towards the mat, anchor your toes and come down in one straight line. Very good. Opening up the feet a little bit wider. And inhale, coming up for your Cobra. Choose your variation. See where you are in space today. Little engagement in the gluteus muscles to protect the lower back. Shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, nose back to the mat. Inhale, come up to all fours. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Next inhale, bring your left leg up and opening up the hips. Stacking the hips on top of each other. And the toes are pointing towards the wall. Keep the weight equally divided on your hands. And the next exhale, look to the front of the mat. And place your left foot outside of your left hand. Lizard pose. Opening up the hips. Very well. If this is enough for you, you can also stay here. If you want to come with me into the Skandasana dance again, please do so. So then we're going to swivel on the back foot. Bring our weight more to the middle. Maybe opening the back foot a little bit more. Keeping the right leg straight. Left leg bent. And breathe. Maybe you want to stay here. That's fine. Maybe you want to come into from the hands, balancing, bring your hands in front of your heart. And if you want, you can see if you can move to the back and to the front of the mat, using your hands or balancing it out with your hands in front of your heart. And move in your own pace. So maybe you move slow, maybe you move fast. Maybe you try something different than you did the first time to explore your body. One more time to the back. And we come back to the front. Moving into lizard again. Take a breath here. Next inhale, bring your leg back towards plank. Exhale, bring your knees towards the mat, coming down in one straight line. Opening up the feet, hands underneath the shoulders. And next inhale, press yourself out of your hands into Cobra. Make sure your pelvic bone stays on the floor. And see how far you come. If you feel too much twinging in your back, please Back off a little bit, come a little bit lower. Integrity for your body, honesty for your body. Protecting your boundaries. Exhale, come down, nose towards the mat, and inhale, come back up. Opening up the knees as wide as the mat, bring the feet together, and we're going to meet up in child's pose. Very well done. Coming into child's pose, slowing down. This was the flow of this class. Now we're going to move towards the yin. So take a time to breathe here. Maybe you want to bring your arms in a little bit. Make yourself as comfortable as you need. And if you feel like you need some propping, maybe you have a little bit of knee problems, you can always sit on a block or a pillow to alleviate your knees a little bit. Or place a pillow underneath your chest. Feel into what you need and take your time to find your most comfortable pose here in child's pose. And come to stillness. Breathing in and out deeply. Stilling and relaxing the body. And bringing stillness and relaxation to the mind. Breathing into the hip area. Bringing nourishment and space into the hip area. Area where a lot of emotions are stored. Where we keep hold of a lot of stress in our body. And maybe you would like to revisit your sankalpa again. So your mantra or affirmative word that you found in the beginning of the class. Find it and repeat it for yourself, your own time, on your breath 3 times. With love and trust. And gently let it go again. And one more deep breath in and out here in child's pose. Saying goodbye to this posture. And gently on your next in-breath, maybe you keep your eyes closed. Move slowly up and out of child's pose, keeping your focus inward. Gently and with awareness move towards your belly. Come lying down for a minute of a rebound in between the yin poses. And a rebound is important to do in yin as we are bringing some stress on the fascia. And this is an elastic fiber in your body. It also needs some time to rebound from the pressure we just imposed on it for a longer time in the yin pose. It also gives you the opportunity to feel into your body what this pose has done for you. Now on the next in-breath, help yourself up a little bit on your hands and bend your left knee. Bring your knee up in a 90-degree angle, so opening up your leg to the side into a frog leg. So we stay low and we're opening up the hip area into a frog leg. And maybe you need to support your knee a little bit if it's on the floor outside of your mat. You need to cushioning it a little bit. You can do so, or maybe if you feel like you need some cushioning underneath your chest, see what you need. And when you've found your pose, gently bring your head back on the floor again, lying down on your belly with one half frog leg, one leg opened, the left leg. And we're going to stay here for a couple of minutes. So make sure your leg is in a 90-degree angle and you're comfortable enough to let go of all the tension in your body. So find your position, and when you found your position, come into stillness and focus on your breath. Deeply in and deeply out. Feel how the gravity of your body, the weight of your body is opening up the hip area. Maybe you feel it somewhere else. Could totally be. Everybody is different and everybody will have a different sensation. And there's no wrong or right in that. You just have awareness and no judgment on how our body feels. And if you feel a slight discomfort, a slight stretch, that's totally fine. That's what we're doing here. But if you feel pins and needles and sharp pain, please back off. That's not okay. Then it's an indication of some compression in the body or nerves are getting pinched. We don't want that. So be honest to your body and listen to what it's telling you. One more deep breath in and out here. And the next in-breath, bring your leg back, your left leg back straight. And come into a half frog leg on the other side. So bring your right leg up, knee is bent, 90-degree angle. The lower leg is parallel to the side of the mat. When you find your position, maybe you need to support yourself a little bit. Maybe this side feels different than the other side. Be open to the differences and help yourself into the most supported position you need. So if you need a pillow underneath your hip or your knee or your chest or wherever you feel it, take your time to do so. And come then lying into stillness. And try to let gravity do its work, relaxing all the muscles. Let go of all the tension. Feel your body getting heavy on the mat. melting into the mat with every out-breath. Keep on breathing. If you feel like you're drifting away in thought, maybe some emotion come up, you feel like you're not focused anymore, it's fine. As soon as you notice that, come back to your breath and let whatever comes up for you come up. Be aware and listen. One more deep breath in and out here. And the next in-breath, help yourself back, your leg back to a straight position. And coming lying on the belly for a rebound minute. Feel how your legs are feeling now. What do you notice in your body? Are your legs feeling the same, or maybe there's a little difference in each leg or somewhere else in the body? Gentle breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. Maybe you want to sigh it out of the mouth, letting go of all the tension. And in the next in-breath, help yourself up, ever so gently, to a seated position. Maybe you want to gently open your eyes to guide yourself, or keep them closed. Come sitting down, with your legs in front of you, stretched out. We're going to move into Dragonfly. It's a wide-legged straddle pose, forward fold. So maybe you need your pillows now to help you into the pose. If you want to sit up a little bit more straight, sit on a blanket that helps you to undulate your hips a little bit back, so it's easier to come into a forward fold. Opening up your legs wide, and when you've found your width, bring them back a little bit, so there's less stress on the legs than you would think you need. In Yin, it's very important that we go towards 50 to 60% of our stretching, because we don't want to overstretch any tendons or muscles or ligaments. We just want to little bit help them into opening up gently with love. So we need to honor our boundaries and even go a little bit inside our boundaries to help our body finding the space we need to open up without injuring ourselves. So when we have our legs open and brought back a little bit, see how your knees are feeling. Here maybe you want to raise them a little bit if you feel like you need to, and maybe not. Just feel into that. You can do whatever you need. And then inhale, lift up out of your spine. And then exhale, help yourself forward with a natural curve in your spine, rounding down to a forward fold. When you find your range, it's very nice to support yourself in every way you can. So maybe you need a block or a book or a pillow to see if you can rest your head on something so your weight of your head is supported. And we can move into this forward fold gently and let our body move into this gently with ease, opening up just millimeter by millimeter without forcing it. And when you found your pose, take some time to make adjustments. And when you found your pose, rest into stillness. We're going to stay here for a couple of minutes. Breathe. Relax all the tension in your body. Let gravity take over. This pose activates a meridian that goes from the tip of your toes all the way down from the backs of the legs towards the sacrum, towards the crown of the head. So you're activating this whole meridian line that walks through the whole body, gently releasing the toxins, the emotional stuckness, mental stuckness, physical stuckness in this meridian line. Maybe you feel yourself after a minute coming a little bit deeper in the pose. It's totally fine. And if that means you have to remove your props or place them a little bit differently, please do so. Accommodate your body in what it needs. So in Yin we are looking for stillness, to surrender and give our body the space and time to sink in. But if we need to do little adjustments to accommodate that, it's totally fine to move a little bit. So without fidgeting and being restless, just use the deliberate movement to help ourselves into the pose, to accommodate our body. One more deep in and out breath here. And on the next in-breath, help yourself up gently with your hands. Keep your legs where they are for now. First, help yourself up. Remove the props. And then get your hands placed under your knees and help your knees up, because your knees have been in this position for a long time. You need to be gentle with them. And bring your legs back right in front of you. And come lay down on your back for a rebound. Letting go of all the tension. Become aware of whatever is happening in your body right now. Giving the body a moment of time to rebound from the last pose. One more deep breath in and out. Maybe you want to sigh it out, maybe not. It's your practice. Do whatever you need to do. And then bring your legs up a little bit. Soles of the feet on the floor and your knees up. Then help your upper body up a little bit. And see if you can find a block or roll up your blanket. Or take a pillow and lay that underneath your back, just underneath the points of your scapula, of your shoulder blades. So we're going to open up the heart when we lie down, and simultaneously we're going to open our legs into butterfly. So bring the soles of the feet together and in a diamond shape at your feet, and then opening up the legs. And see if you maybe have to support your legs a little bit if it's opening too much and you feel stinging and pins and needles in your hip joint. So see if you need to support yourself. You can also do this with pillows. Whatever you have, support yourself. And make sure that your prop underneath your shoulder blades is placed comfortably. So when you lie down, you're opening up the heart, opening up the hip joints, its emotional area, and find your position. Maybe you need to support your neck with a pillow, whatever you need to come into a comfortable, very open, very vulnerable position. So take your time to receive this position and place yourself in a gentle, loving way. And you can keep your hands next to your body, opening up the hand palms towards the ceiling. Or if you feel a bit too vulnerable here, you can also place your hands on your belly or on your heart to nourish yourself a little bit. See what you need. When you've found your position, coming into stillness and deep surrender to everything that is here for you, that asks for space, asks for releasing. Breathing deep towards your belly, deep down to your base, maybe even all the way to your feet. Gonna stay here for a couple of minutes. This is the last pose before we go into final Shavasana. And if you are already there, if you already have enough for today, you can always move into Shavasana already. See what you need. Don't force yourself into anything you don't feel that's right for you in this moment. And if you're still here in the pose, keep on breathing and melting yourself towards the mat with every out-breath. Maybe you feel your shoulders moving more towards the mat every out-breath, opening the heart a little bit more. Bring space into the lungs, to the rib cage. Breathing into the pelvic area, releasing. Last half minute, 30 seconds here. Last deep breath in and out. And gently move out of the pose by first helping your legs back towards each other, your knees towards each other. Maybe opening, bringing the feet as wide as the mat and let the knees drop into each other for constructive rest. And then you can pick yourself up a little bit to remove the prop underneath your back, moving back down with the whole spine on the mat, and gently slide out your legs towards Shavasana. And feel how your body's feeling right now, where there's space in your body. Taking a moment to rebound. Before moving into final Shavasana, relaxation pose. Take one more deep breath in and out here. 2. And a rebound. And then find your most relaxed Shavasana ever. So maybe you need to put some clothes on, get a blanket. Maybe you need a pillow underneath your head or your knees to support your knees. Maybe even have an eye pillow you can lay upon your eyes to close off the senses more and bring yourself more and more in towards yourself, even a little bit more. And when you found your perfect Shavasana, your perfect relaxation pose, come into stillness, breathing deeply in and out. With every breath, you sink deeper and deeper into the mat, letting go of all the tension in the body. And moving to the Yoga Nidra part of this practice. This Yoga Nidra is called the extended breath or the long breath. And in this breath exercise, Yoga Nidra, we are keeping our physical breath deep towards the belly with every in and out breath. And we're going to visualize the breath in our subtle body. So just keep breathing deeply in and out and try to follow my voice and focus your attention on the breath in your subtle body. We're going to breathe as if you were breathing with your whole body. Like you're exhaling from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. Breathe as if you were breathing in from your toes towards the crown. And exhaling from your crown to your toes. And inhaling from your toes to your crown. And continue with this for a while in your own breath. From the crown to the toes, and from the toes to the crown. Exhale from your crown to your ankles. And inhale from your ankles to your crown. Exhale from your crown to your ankles and inhale from your ankles to your crown. And continue with this for a while in your own pace. Exhale from your crown to your knees. And inhale from your knees to your crown. From your crown to your knees, and from your knees to your crown. Continue this for a while. Exhale from your crown to your tailbone, and inhale from your tailbone to your crown. From your crown to your tailbone, and from your tailbone to your crown, in your own pace. Exhale from your crown to your navel, and inhale from your navel to your crown. From your crown to your navel, and from your navel to your crown. Exhale from your crown to your chest, and inhale from your chest to your crown. From your crown to your chest, and from your chest to your crown. And continue in your own pace. Exhale from your crown to your throat, and inhale from your throat to your crown. From your crown to your throat, and from your throat to your crown. Exhale from your crown to the bridge in between the nostrils. And inhale from the bridge in between the nostrils to your crown. From your crown to the bridge in between the nostrils. And from the bridge in between the nostrils to your crown. Continue. Exhale from your crown to the point in between the eyebrows. Inhale from the point in between the eyebrows to your crown. From your crown to the point in between the eyebrows. And from the point in between the eyebrows to the crown. Exhale from your crown to the bridge between the nostrils. Inhale from the bridge in between the nostrils towards your crown. Continue for a while. Exhale from your crown to your throat. And inhale from your throat to your crown. From your crown to your throat. And from your throat to your crown in your own pace. Exhale from your crown to your chest. And inhale from your chest to your crown. From your crown to your chest. And from your chest to your crown. Exhale from your crown to your navel. And inhale from your navel to your crown. From your crown to your navel. And from your navel to your crown. Continue in your own pace. Exhale from your crown to your tailbone. And inhale from your tailbone to your crown. From your crown to your tailbone. And from your tailbone to your crown. Exhale from your crown to your knees. And inhale from your knees to your crown. From your crown to your knees. And from your knees to your crown. Exhale from your crown to your ankles. And inhale from your ankles to your crown. from your crown to your ankles, and from your ankles to your crown. Exhale from your crown to your toes, and inhale from your toes to your crown, from your crown to your toes, and from your toes to your crown. Feel the deep breath, the extended breath, all the way through your body, from your toes to your crown. And feel the space you have created with your breath. Bring your attention back to the place where we found our sankalpa today. Breathe towards this space and repeat your sankalpa in your own pace 3 times. Then thank your sankalpa and gently let it go in love and trust. Gently bring your awareness back to the room, the sounds around you. Breathing deeper in the body, coming back into the space, feeling your body on the mat in the here and now. Maybe you want to bring some awareness and movement in the fingers and the toes, waking up the body physically a bit more. Maybe you want to sway your head from left to right, waking up even a little bit more. Stretching yourself out all the way, or curling up into a ball, giving yourself a nice big hug. And take your time to move to one of your sides. Take a deep breath here, in and out on your side, before you move up towards a seated position with the eyes closed. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Breathing deeply in and out. Maybe you want to sigh it out one more time. Start rubbing your hands together, creating some heat in between the hands. And when you find the heat in between your hands, place your hands on your face, waking up. On your crown, grounding yourself back into the space where you are right now physically. Maybe moving towards your neck. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. Waking up your body Squeezing your arms. Give some attention to your back, your belly, rubbing yourself awake, rubbing your legs all the way down to your feet. Squeezing your feet a little bit. Coming back here in this space. And then coming back into stillness. Hands in front of the heart. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank yourself for taking the time to practice. Namaste, Sat Nam.